Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from the host Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Holotny Farmer Winter. Between in the west, we got Sheepeh, fighting here for the United States of America. For the 2nd Armored Division versus in the east, we got Sturmtiger Sagesix fighting for Deutschland. And the Panzerlehr Panzerdivision here with Elite Troops Doctrine. We have got here tactical support, heavy cavalry and rifle company for Sheepeh, opening up for a lot of things, including Gripes, Pershings, and EC8s, flamethrowers, and who knows what else. Sage probably going for single pioneer and double MG42 start. Now that's a bit more unique. Focusing a lot more firepower and map control, but not so much actually grabbing, and it'll certainly be a bit weaker, sort of in actual mobile warfare. But if you can play it off correctly, he could probably do a lot of damage to stall down his opponent. But while going up into a potential of direct move from here towards the cut-off point. Meanwhile, we got just more standards opening there from Sheepeh with just a bunch of riflemen moving out several points, heading north, heading east. Nothing too surprising there. Unlike, say, against Sagesix's double MG42 start. I mean, you just don't see that very often. And usually players will then at least get some more pioneers beforehand, but not Sage. So, it certainly stands out to say the least. Seems to have flown a bit of resource there. We got Sheepeh going in very aggressively, perhaps trying to figure out what Sage is up to here. Moving in the rifle, using the building here to spot around, figure out. No additional pioneers, no additional MG42, no tech up, no nothing. Going for the point, then following northwards, getting more pioneers now, but still moving in the MG42 like that, I would say is rather risky there by Sagesix. We got more rifle on the way there for Sheepeh. Grabbing the point there. Slowly, surely. Not a lot of engagement here so far in the first few minutes. The MG4 just going to have to deal here. He's setting up there. Will it be in time? Will it be in time? Well, the Rifle don't have route or sprint. I mean, he could go for it, tried at least, but actually couldn't. It's two command points. In this case, Rifle getting hold here, but the MG4 quickly pinned down to the ground. Already taking 2 losses there before the MG42 and the 1200 rounds per minute. Very high rate of fire, and certainly in the hands of an uncontrolled or untrained machine gunner, it could certainly not be very efficient. On the other hand, in the hands of a very trained machine gunner, it was quite potent. MG42 taking up there. You got the light infantry company going up there for Sturmtiger Sagesix. Going to get some grenadiers, and I imagine possibly a sniper, but a bit delayed the way he did it. MG4 moving up. Again, he's playing very aggressive with the MG42s. Again, he's very high risk play. Need to get those grenadiers though, Sage, and there we go, Grenadier on the way for the Panzerlehr. Panzerdivision. One of the most elite Panzer divisions, was also one of the few Panzer divisions in the war who actually sort of were fully equipped with armoured half-tracks, though that was only during the fighting in Normandy, and they very quickly lost them during the fighting in Normandy due to some airstrikes, and so thus it ended up being rather equipped to most other levels. I imagine they still have some access to the better infantry and so on they got there. Pioneers being hunted down with rifle, looking a bit rough there for Sage. We've got one E42 already retreating, the other one moving up to the church here. It's a bit of an awkward start somewhat, but it's actually working out there. Again, has been able to send some of Sheepeh's forces running back to his base, but it's not quite succeeding, sort of getting sort of good hold there in the longer term, at least for now. Sheepeh's taking up here, going aggressively, going for the lieutenant, could follow up on M20. If Sage isn't actually taking up, they could actually end up a lot of trouble. He's got 2 grenadiers, 2 pioneers, and 2 MG42s. I mean, he could try, I suppose, go for a stormtrooper, but he's not quite there yet, to say the least. He's got veterans one though, can't get G43s there for the grenadier. Rather than versus the MG42, and the MG42 was all in pretty bad condition, but there we go. We got the riflemen taking losses and speaking suppressed, but not losses, but you know, well, they might have lost some food, some weight. But they are suppressed, being pushed back there. Up north, we've got Grenadiers and Pioneers with reactions. The reactions were actually able to pin down the Pioneers with M1 carbines using volley fire. Bit of rare use there by Sheepeh. Didn't work out too poorly there until the Grenadiers arrived, in which case was forced back to hold up the positions. Pioneers slowly recovering themselves from the sheer volley of shots flying in the direction. MG42 moving down to deal with this. He's losing the southern half of the map. We got more Grenadiers. We got G43s being handed out. We got no tech up there for Sage. That can end up poorly. We got Lieutenant up here catching the Grenadiers in pretty bad position. Grierson's Pioneers things to fire away at each other. Grenadiers are going to the top point. Ooh, lost there, but still the Lieutenant and his BR men moving up. The Grenadiers could lose their mind. Oh, no, Mike got the Lieutenant Thompson. And there we go, concussive grenade as well, which was essentially just what the German Wehrmacht regular grenade was from the Model 24. since it had no real fragmentation ability, so essentially it was a concussive grenade, though they could add a fragmentation sleeve to it. That's a little fun fact there, to sort of actually give it some fragmented firepower. They also actually had another hand grenade that was known as the egg hand grenade, which was, well, egg-shaped. Didn't quite think quite see as much use, but it did exist, and it's not really one you hear so much about because it doesn't quite have the same iconic look there as the Model 24, aka the Potato Masher. Lost the Pioneer squad there, bit of a loss for Sage. Tillerman's going down there, getting caught there by the 50 caliber. Sheepeh going in there aggressively, following up with an AA half-track. That's only going to increase pressure there for Sage. Who is taking up there, good.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Pioneer suppressed, Grenadiers getting suppressed as well here. The 50 caliber doing quite a bit of damage there already to the German movements in the centre of the map. Up north, going for the fuel pond there. An upgrade still for the Grenadiers, so that leaves them a bit sort of undergunned, perhaps. Bunker constructed, then cancelled, or at least begun construction on. It looks like a march on hitting infantry from 0 points, now sneaking up from Rifle there from the south, but at the same time going for the fuel point, cutting off here as well with the re-echelons. We got Rifle up from the north, MD14 needs to turn about to deal with that as well. Sage is under a lot of pressure and needs to push back against his opponent quickly. He could also at this point actually consider going for some stormtroopers, maybe equipping with assault rifles, or perhaps he's really worried about vehicles, getting a Panzer Strike for them. I mean, that will at least make up for the fact he's been a bit slow there, I think, in taking up. He's getting up, I like to make a nice company. Pioneers down south, taking loss there from the rifle. We could risk another wipe there, and we've got the M15A1 up there for Sheepeh. Grenadiers sending with the camera, the G43s, semi-automatic rifles. They're the German kind, they were based in the Soviet SVT-40. MG42 Grenadiers moving from the north, Grenadiers doing the camera with the G43s, firing away there at the rifle, getting some damage in, but ultimately not quite enough. MG42 sitting up in the cut-off point, grabbing it and suppressing the rifle out in the open as well, getting some kills. Johnny stumbles over dead, his body riddled with holes. And there we go, we got the air half up there. We could go for an incendiary round 2 at the same time. The constitution of the MG42 is pretty bad. Low health. I mean, he could try it, but I think it would be a bit too risky, and he has to pull back the MG42 overall to get out of there. Oh, he goes for it nonetheless. He tries it, but still. Gonna be risky there, gonna be risky. And still has to turn there to deal with the air half-track. The MG42 sadly turned about there. He's shooting at the lieutenant, not trying to deal with the half-track. Dear Sage, what are you doing? And there you go, forced out. Barely makes it out alive there. That was a bit of a waste, I think. Oh, then MG42, the dust have veteran. He's finally getting the lighting Megadance company up there. Meanwhile, Sheepeh rapidly grabbing the centre there, taking advantage of the initial gains made against Sage there and the Panzerlehr. Got having the northern point there. MG42 reinforcing, Pack 40 on the way to help deal with the air half-track. Another option could have been trying going for 2 scout cars, sort of using one as bait and then sort of using another one to sort of attack while the first one draws the attention and the attack from the front there, where he can't actually cover. It would be a bit risky, but then also launches afterwards turn on the infantry with some speed and alacrity. He's taking up position there. No, oh, he is getting G43s there.
New anti-tank gun has arrived.
Which means he'll pretty much have every Grenadier squad equipped, and the G43 is getting a bit more firepower on the move. It won't be quite as much as, say, an LMG-42 while stationary, but overall it'll give a bit more punch and sort of more fluid action. And in theory he could also interrogate, but I haven't seen anyone use that ability in ages.
The enemy is taking our territory.
In theory it's a really nice ability, it's just way too finicky. And simply put, doesn't quite work out there. But again, theoretically, really cool ability, just not very practical, easy to execute or anything like that. Guns under fire from the lieutenant, rifleman up to support as well. No sun upgrade to a doctrine for Sheepeh at the moment. Up north a bit further engagement, we've got the half-track moving up. He's sending the Pack 4 towards the centre, getting caught here by the rifleman inside the building, not looking good. MG42 coming with Grenadier support, and down south the Grenadiers. They go popping a concussive grenade right in the path. Oh, got half the unit there. We're still being overwhelmed here by the rifleman, needs to retreat, and we got a grenade off here from him. Damn close there. Sheepeh almost got the wipe there on the Grenadiers. That would have been a harsh loss for the Panzerlehr. MG4 choosing up, but not quite there. Oh. Can he do it? Can he do it? There you go, catches the rifleman and suppresses them, but they could pop smoke screen there and try to rush the MG4 to get out of the line of sight there. Meanwhile, the centre was a bit more about to set off there, but Grenadiers moving in, rifleman moving in as well. And I got quick pineapple grenade, a fruit basket for the Germans. And Pioneer's going straight for the fuel pond against Sage, doing what he can to keep up pressure there. Nothing further. He could actually take out right now. He could go for half trades, he could go for light vehicles, he could go for stormtroopers. I mean, overall, right now, Sage has got a few options there, but there seems to be some no indication of he's actually taking any sort of specific direction. Almost got the rifle there, half check up north there, striking into the Pioneers, taking to with double 50 calibers and of course a 30mm gun. Pack 40 grenades bringing in about 50 caliber there, could cause problems. He has to pull back the Pack 40 there. Seems like he forgot about something. He could of course consider more to help deal with that. Yeah, don't forget about the 50 caliber, Sage, and Pack 40. There's a pin down, not looking good. Not looking good. Send around to the MD-42, MD-42 grabbing territory there. He's playing his MD-42s very aggressively. And he's taking up there. Good. Because they're getting absolutely pelted with incendiary armor piercing rounds. Grenadiers hanging about here, defending the munitions point. There we go. Air halting straight to the Pack 40, takes a hit there, but looks like it's getting away. Veteran on the MD-42, increased suppression versus units out in the open. Or basically units that are in the building. I mean, you can't suppress units in the building. In theory, though, you should be able to, you know. I mean, it's not like they're going to be like immune to suppression, they're just going to take more. But that, I suppose, would make things more tricky overall. Barton versus Grenadiers here, T-43s versus M1 Garants, and of course some Kar-98Ks. MB-42 moving up here in the south, Lieutenant moving in from the other side. That could end up badly there for Sage. You should at the very least then build up the Suprema Corps as quickly as possible and actually get out some armour. Meanwhile, we got here ambulance and we got the captain on the way there for Sheepeh. More explosives. MD-42 there we go, wiped and grabbed here by the Lieutenant. Sage there got punished for his very aggressive MD-42 play with no real cover or support. Can work to a certain extent, but eventually you're going to get punished just like that. And particularly when your opponent's access to grenades like Sheepeh did. Though interesting enough, Sheepeh isn't actually grabbing. I would have figured he'd grab it with the Lieutenant, set it up already, but that could end up being something he forgets about, allowing Sage to grab it back. Then again, we've got resistance moving southwards. MD-42 getting grenaded there by the rifleman. Good work, and again, constant pressure here by Sage on the fuel point. He's really doing what he can to delay Sheepeh and his taking, ensuring he can actually take up, but sadly, he's not really doing anything with it. You know, he's getting actually more grenadiers, but he probably should be getting Pioneers back. Build up the Suprema Corps, get out some armor, perhaps use some Stormtroopers. Meanwhile, instead he's getting Grenadiers. There you go, Stormtroopers, good. Cancel the Grenadiers. Cancel them, and instead get some armor up as soon as possible. Catching the half gear, but a bad situation there, bad timing. But being pushed back there by the Strasstruppen, hardened veterans of the Panzer. Run on retreat. Lieutenant with MD-42 support here, grabbing the munitions point there. Now Sheepeh is really increasing the pressure there versus Sage. We'll of course have to see what he actually ends up doing with the Stormtroopers here. If you'll be upgrading or what. I'm certainly looking forward to the patch, which will actually make sure that they, don't require as much veterans to active that up. Grenade there against MD-42, need to retreat. Oh, the other looks like another MD-42 could end up losing, but no, barely makes it out of there, barely. Do you think full Grenadiers and the Stormtrooper squad might be a bit much at the moment, and he's still not taking up? Come on, Sage. Stormtroopers pulling back, no sign of upgrades. Then again, he's been filling munitions on a lot of other things, which of course includes small T-43s. Lieutenant on exchange to them, and there you go, quickly taking losses. The Lieutenant in fact drops first for his country. Right, moving ahead here into another G-43 wielding Grenadier squad from the Panzer Division. There we go, finally getting the Suprema Corps, though he could have had it up much sooner. So I think that's definitely a mistake there by Sage, considering in particular how much he's been trying to put pressure here. Him not quite getting off there to work with, not quite the most well executed there, I think. Going there for the cut-off point, trying to deny access to the fuel, not bad there. Good move by Sheepeh. MD-42 gunners going to counter. And the thing is, he can probably very soon either get a Panzer IV or spin, of course, some Stugs, depends on what he sort of worries about the most. Sheepeh has yet to sort of play any doctrinal cards there to reveal his hand. Stormtroopers just continue to remain in there, fighting for Führer und Vaterland. Kar-98 casing, and there you go, quick grenade, and Sage wasn't paying attention, or was gambling incorrectly all the way. Almost wiped the entire Stormtrooper squad. Looks like he's about to lose. There we go. Wipe. That is 340 manpower. Look down. There we go. Another gun's got wiped out. Sagesix is taking punishing casualties very rapidly there. Very rapidly. You can soon get a Panzer IV. Might be able to turn things around, but that is definitely a bit rough. He's going for the Austrian. What a figure of Panzer IV. But an Austrian in the current circumstances could work out. Captain here finally also got a pack out to the Sheepeh. Further increasing his hand there by getting some artillery. Sage is losing ground, he's losing men. And there we go, we got a doctrine for Sheepeh. It is heavy cavalry, the ever very popular heavy cavalry. Means Rangers, means combined arms, mines, smoke barrages, and of course, the Pershing tank. Turn moving ahead here, going to try to cover as much as I can there with the G43s. Halfway to effectively 3, Lieutenant taking losses. Losing one of his men. Touring down there in the MD42. And there we go, Austrian flak panzer arrives here for Sagesix, ready to blast apart some Americans and set a damn to aircraft. Meanwhile, further fighting to regain control here of the northern fuel point between Sheepeh and Sage, though more of a skirmish than anything. Austrian down south, we got no real anti-tanks there except the captain, and he's nowhere near about to be seen. Could get the lieutenant there with the Austrian, almost. Shoot, Jürgen, shoot! I want to see him in bits and pieces. Ah, there we go. Almost getting machine gun crew as well there. Good work. BAR drop there. You should definitely try to grab that BAR and turn that against Sheepeh. Be sure at the same time they're not rushed too far ahead there with Austrian. Taking bazooka hits, doing some damage there, but still has to pull back. Rifleman flanking in, could end up badly. Some troops supported. Where are they? MD42 I think could stand to up support a bit further. There you go. BAR secured there by the rifleman. Up north, Gunners being ultimately overwhelmed here by successive waves of infantry being sent out there by Sheepeh, pushing them back. In the south, Gunners there, struggling a bit versus riflemen, but ultimately the riflemen, there's ones, they actually ends up retreating. And soon Sage can actually get another tank. Now, of course, the question about Sheepeh is he going to go straight for a tank there? Is he going to try and play for the Pershing? The Pershing play is going to be risky. While at the same time, considering how Sage so far has been able to sort of, not I'd say very effectively, play his tech advantage, it could perhaps work out there because really had Sage been a bit sharper, he could easily have Panzers out much sooner, been striking at Sheepeh much harder. Instead, he's sort of a bit slackish and get it to work, I think. And that, of course, could get Sheepeh a bit more manoeuvring room to actually play for the Pershing, though I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. It still risks giving up momentum, but then again, considering all the pressure that's been done there, I mean, he's not going to suffer so much against it if he can sort of at least get some fuel back. And he probably should consider fuel cash for it. Lost his other MD42 there. Sage really just keeps on taking punishing casualties there from Sheepeh, and it's not something you can keep up then, particularly when he's not really, again, utilising his tech advantage very well. Need to pull back the Pioneers, rather than they're pushed back from the south. Gunners moving ahead. Going for the northern mix spot, and there we go, got a Panther on the way now for Sage. Definitely giving an arm advantage once that hits versus Sheepeh. Of course, in also has an anti-tank gun out. Packouts also blasting away there, 4 kills so far, and there go Russian train to the centre. Be a bit careful there, oh dear. And there go, going to get a disabled engine, and then he's going to get caught here right in the middle of everything by anti-tank. Ah! Oh dear, pops smoke, but then drives out of it right in front of the anti-tank gun. Oh dear, he's going to lose that Austrian, I think. He's not even focusing down the anti-tank gun crew, he's focusing on the rifleman. Oh dear. Might have been a misclick or something else, I don't know. It's not looking good for the Austrian. There's no units nearby to support either. Then he's got a wipe. Sage is just taking absolutely brutal losses here against Sheepeh. I think he might have gotten a bit overconfident there. There we go, Austrian down. Down to 2 Grenadiers, a Panther on a pack 40. The odds are not looking very good here in Sage's favour. Not looking good. He's getting more infantry out though. Rushing out those Truppen. But he's really going to need to pull off some really good moves for that Panther before he wants to have a chance of, pulling back from this. Otherwise, this could very quickly end up as GG. Because right now, Sheepeh's got the larger force and could basically just push across the entire front there.
We have a fresh Grenadier squad.
Now, piercing rounds there from the anti-tank gun. Do not underestimate those. Bazooka fire as well. Almost got it, almost got it. Can't quite, there we go, wiped it. Popping smoke, getting away. But already down to less than half health with this Panzer IV. Going the northern fuel point again. He's controlling the fuel points quite nicely, but he's suffering quite a bit there in the process. Getting more pioneers to will replace the ones he's lost to connect repairs Panzer IV. More anti-tank and cruise on the way there for Sheepeh, adding a bit more overall, so we'll have 2 anti-tank and sort of blast away at Sagesix Panzers. But it's timing for the game now. In terms of damage, Sagesix and Sheepeh is actually quite equal kills wise. Yeah, they're also more or less equal there. More or less, though, with a slight tiny lead there to Sage. In terms of army value, Sheepeh, though, again, I mean, he's really got the advantage. I mean, Sagesix has just been taking so many casualties throughout the fight. He's able to control the map quite well again. He's bleeding for it, but the problem is, you know, he hasn't quite been able, I think, to really get it off there. And of course, we can see now Sheepeh sort of able to push the resource before that. And of course, now he sort of has, you know, pushed it out there. I mean, Sheepeh now is the one actually building up there for something bigger. And he might actually be able to sort of pull it off because, again, he's actually done a lot of damage there to Sagesix. So really, Sage is in a bit of a rubbish situation. Points health-wise, again, been looking good, but now, again, things are turning a bit against him. He needs to get out more infantry, he needs to get out more armour, and he needs to get some support weapons. That way he needs to constrain Sheepeh a bit, then sort of strike him here and there. And he needs to get out some Stooks, he needs to be prepared for some kind of heavier armour there. I mean, you see nothing there from Sheepeh indicating doctrine. And when some players do that, they pretty much indicate they're going for some kind of heavy armour, like, say, well, the Pershing, in that sense, you know, an absence of a doctrine tends to be an indicator they're going for something big, you know, in which case they're kind of obvious in that sense as well. So, you know, Sage really needs to prepare for that as well. We need to strike with infantry, we need to try and bleed out Sheepeh, and needs to do it in a bit more economic way and, you know, less silly. For Sheepeh, he should use his doctrine. Lay down some mines, get some rangers, get some submachine guns, strike harder, but also consider getting a weapon rack up, get some BARs for the infantry, maybe some bazookas for some of the other chaps. And last, keep up pressure, try to strike in the south. I mean, he's really been rather lax towards 606 in the south. He's really been allowed to keep his own fuel point, with not much conflict there from Sheepeh. So that's really also, I think, something you can consider. And if he goes for the Pershing, I mean, he definitely needs to take up afterwards and get out some armour afterwards to support the Pershing. Otherwise, it's just going to risk getting knocked out if Sagesix somehow manages to stick around for long enough and bring up more armour. We'll, of course, have to see what actually happens. But the Panzer IV is in definite need of repairs. Gunners in lunch a lot of trouble there. Captain here, half-tech flying, there we go, Benjamin's one for the air, half-tech tanking into the Gunners, killing poor Jürgen, sending the rest running. We got the MD-42 here in the hands of the American rear-launch, just watching over the place, waiting for any crowds to move in before gunning them down. There we go, Gunners caught, and absolutely get his sword down, there we go, roughing response, but not the most well aimed. Actually, didn't aim for the centre, just aimed directly for the MD-42, but rather than missed them 2-2 some serious damage there, allowing it to overall be in a pretty decent condition, pushing back the rest of the German infantry. .50 caliber waiting there, very low on health. And Vet 22. Panzer IV almost repaired. Sage might be going for Stug. Another Panzer IV, I guess. Another Panzer IV could work, but eventually I think he's going to need us to get a Stug there. Of course, the question is, will Sagesix think the same thought? There you go, straight into line of fire with the anti-tank gun. Another one this time around. Going to do the first one from the south. MD-42 shooting a bit there. Needs to pull back the Panzer IV. There you go, shot fire. Bounce here at rather extreme range against the Panzer IV. Going to the rifleman. Can cast a grenade. Oh, that was actually a rifle grenade. What if he could try and cast a Nego grenade off? Wipes the grenades. The American show how it's done there to Sagesix's infantry, and it's rather a permanent showing. No sign of further armour there. Sagesix probably should, he was going for more armour. Go for it soon. More Panzer IV. There we go. Concussive grenade. Stuns the rifleman, doing a good bit of damage there. Lining the grenades up close. It gets really close. Just shoot them down there. We could see a wipe. We could see a wipe. Against Sheepeh, and gets away, the cheeky bastard. Transforming, but there you go, into tank guns. One shoots again a bit further away, almost max range. Fails to penetrate, second again, but they're going to take grenade damage as the engine. Panzer IV needs to pull back. Captain Wing England is in a bit of trouble. 7 kills, there we go. Another grenade, this time a rifle grenade down the captain, killing half the unit, including the captain. Of pushing from the south, and there we go. Sheepeh's been able to build up there and save up for the Pershing tank, and now he's really going to pressure Sage with that. So of course, the question is, will Sage react to this with Stooks? Will he try and go for another Panzer IV still? Further finding in the centre, going to distress rifle though do have the advantage of the more veterancy and the BAR. The Grenadiers are not going to win that one. There you go. Pershing pretty much moves up to seal the deal, almost wiping out its own unit in the process. Goddamn, great shooting there, Joey. Panzer IV being repaired. Still no further sign of armour there for Sage. Come on, get some tanks out, get some Sturmgeschütz. Schnell. He's going for another Panzer IV. I mean, you can do it with 2 Panzer IVs, but it's only requires a bit of work there. And the problem is, I mean, Sheepeh's got plenty of anti-tank and ready to support the Pershing, plus the anti-tank gun crews. So a fight that rise and a manoeuvre to try and then deal with the Pershing using 2 Panzer IVs is going to be a lot more tricky now. So that is a lot risky there for Sage there, what he's trying to do versus Sheepeh. Up north rather than counting the Panzer IV here. Taking losses, going to just bring in attack from the south and trying to cut them off there at the retreat path and just wipe them out. Almost got them, but again, gets away with a sliver of health there. Not quite as bad as the last time that happened. Pershing not one of the Pioneers, Panzer IV almost done. Pack 40 up jump, they get a decent hit on the Pershing. No anti-tank gun nearby to support a half going up in the north here. Versus the Grenadiers, suppress them and send them running. Not looking too good there, rather going the point there. And here we got the second Panzer IV out. Giving Sage a bit more armour.
You ready to roll out?
Someone get us out of here! Get ready!
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Panzer IV setting out.
The territory is out of contact.
Bazooka's flying, a half to opening up. Panzer IV then getting the rifleman. Grabbing the fuel point. Pershing farming gunners need to be careful here. Got a lot of fire being directed against them. Anti-tank gun trying to go up there, trying to find to the rear of the Pershing. Pioneers flanking for some reason. Drawing better attention there from the gunners at the front. Not entirely sure that's working out well. Panzer IV moving up here. Panzer IV supporting Grenadier squad there. Sagesix falls a bit scattered there. Go good hit from the Pack 40. Doesn't have enough means to attack a weak point, which could have given a good chance of doing some serious damage to the Pershing. And there you go, almost got the captain of the Grenadiers. Panzer IV pulling back. Panzer IV rushing into the centre there. Careful, careful, Sage. Straight into the line of fire of the anti-tank guns. Arm piercing rounds going up. Do not underestimate the M1. It has a very high rate of fire, allowing it to basically shoot very fast with arm piercing rounds. That means you can very quickly take out a Panzer IV if you're not careful.
Send your orders.
No take up there for Sheepeh as of yet, though he's calling up more other echelons to repair since he lost the other ones. Had them absolutely blasted to bits there by the Krauts. Now he's got 2 Panzer IVs needed repairs and only 1 Pioneer squad. He's actually planning for a Tiger Ace now. I mean, I suppose it could work if he pulls off a proper assault there, focuses down the anti-tank guns rapidly, and then sort of focuses down the Pershing afterwards. It could work, it could work.
Our opponents are seizing a sector. Panzer IV ready.
Sheepeh making a bit of progress there in the south, Grenadiers scrapping territory. Oh, he's going more for more Pioneers, so perhaps he's not quite yet going for the ace. Then again, he might be paying for the ace there with more Pioneers. There you go, the MD-42 still remains a problem. There you go, Rifleman 8 this time. No, better hit there, but ultimately still not enough. MD-42 there in the hands of the Americans proves still a formidable obstacle for the German infantrymen.
You need something?
There we go, working on those Panzer IVs finishing up.
Securing our territory.
North making territorial graft, anti-tank recovering. Sage's forces are mostly at base in the Isles, they're a bit scattered here and there. Both Panzer IVs, there we go. More or less ready. There's a slight slow hope they could still repair on the other Panzer IV, but looks like he's just going to ignore that. And looks like he's very much dead set now on the Tiger Ace. He's going to prepare for a swift armoured strike there, Sheepeh, perhaps knock his head off in the process. We of course have to see where they go. Panther Force sending out in a assembled unit, not splitting the map. Good grab the MD42, looks like. Oh, she might have just hurt what was up there. He heard the rumbling of Panthers. Pull back his MD42. Good reaction there. Almost got it, in fact, but not quite. Meanwhile, further fighting escalating up here in the north. Rifleman, Pershing, and everything else moving in there, leaving Sage there. I mean, they have to fall back there in the face of Sheepeh's assault. Panther 4 pack following up to try and counter, to try and break Sheepeh's stranglehold. Perhaps we can get the Pershing before he calls up the ace, and that way, you know, just go nuts versus the Sheepeh's remaining forces. Good hit there from the Pershing against the Panther 4. I mean, caught there with the Panther Force, but ultimately not taking too much damage there, at least for now. But there you go, Pack 40 grouping, flanked there by the rifle with a BAR. He's still not contending anymore. In fact, he's floating a ton of munitions there. Come on, Sheepeh, make use of it. Upgrade your men, increase their firepower.
Orders!
Rifle up north. Going straight to the Panther 4, taking loss there from machine gun and main gun fire. A half to up as well, and there you go, call up the ace, and call up the ace. Veterans 2 on the anti-tank gun firing in there. Anti-tank gun up with the arm piercing up to the Panther 4s. Still not calling up the ace. Should definitely do that if you intend to keep this up. There you go, ace called in. Flanking in, still a bit risky. They need to get up the rear of the anti-tank gun. Pull back the Panther 4s. Veterans 1, and Pack 40 missing there. Panther 4 gets penetrating. There we go, anti-tank gun wiped out. And there we go, we got the Tiger Ace rolling up for Fatsland, full of seal. The Vicious destroys the American, trying to pack up the anti-tank, there we go. It's nice got an additional anti-tank to bring to bear versus Sheepeh. Sagesix seems to be staging a pretty decent combat there versus Sheepeh. In the south, Pioneers got wiped out by the captain, 9 kills for America, for freedom, liberty. Oh, Raven caught here trying to hide away, it seems, but they can't hide from the ace. And it's 88mm gun and high explosive grenades. Rolling hit there, but not quite pursuing. Sheepeh. Oh, there you go, sending in the ace there on its own, straight into the anti-tank gun, taking hits there from the armor-piercing rounds, fired there. The armor-piercing, discarding sapper rounds. He's already taking heavy damage. Needs to be careful there. He's actually blitzing about, but not really. Further losses. Don't ignore the anti-tank gun. Captain moving up. There you go. Tiger Ace down to less than half of anti-tank gun moving up. Might actually hand it over to the enemy. Pull back the ace. Pull back the ace. Should have waited for the other tanks. Ace almost knocked out. And there you go. Tiger Ace is down. That was very quick there. Do not underestimate the M1 anti-tank gun with armor-piercing once again. It shoots fast. It shoots very fast. It has twice the rate of fire of Pack 40. Meaning it can do a lot of damage very quickly if you underestimate it. It's right there. I mean, it basically sort of put his economy back on track, so ensuring it's not going to be a huge loss for still. That's 800 manpower, plus a bit extra he spent there. And ultimately didn't do much there with the Tiger Ace, so that's a huge blow right there to Sage. He's almost got the Panther Force working again, though he's lost a Pioneer squad in the process. Obviously right here, so he can't repair them very fast. Sheepeh once more on the counter-attack there against Sage and the Panzerlehr. A loss there for Deutschland. Firing off a grenade, he's popping a lot of grenades against Sheepeh. Working out somewhat, Panther Force setting out, needs to keep the other one nearby though, otherwise he'll be almost risk getting quickly dealt with there if he's not careful. And of course, Britain's going to try and play for more Panther Force, Austrians and Stukes here to support them. Also, Sheepeh should probably get that anti-tank and crew reinforced, but we seem to lose that much veterancy. He should also, by definitely consider getting some take aim. You got a major up here for Sheepeh, so he's finally managed to take up. Could go for some armor then to support the Pershing. Good work, good work. Up north, Pershing continues to kill away almost 52. They're going to in a pretty bad state, pretty bad spot. Close there again, I think, to killing one of his own. Goes second Panther for almost done.
The enemy is taking our territory.
few bazooka hits. There we go. Veggie 2 for the Persian. Grenadier sent on the run. Sent on the run. Panzer 4 setting out, rolling out. Another Panzer 4 on the way. Certainly keeping up the armoured pressure to an extent now, sort of later in the game, but early on he definitely, I think, wasn't able to sort of practically capitalise on it. And there we go. Already lightly damaged the anti-tank rocket, probably could, there we go, damage the engine. Pack 40 trying to support here, but can't quite shoot through here.
Are securing our territory.
And the south is just sort of wide open here, but Sheepeh is too focused here on Sagesix moving. There's a north track to realise he could actually make some really good gains if he just were to push through here. He'd grab munitions, fuel, victory point, will deny all of that to Sage. There you go. Almost got that Panzer IV already. Almost. Almost.
Our lines of supply are disrupted.
No sign of additional armour though for Sheepeh. You should definitely consider it. Even with a Veteran T2 Pershing, the more army he has, the better. .50 caliber career caught with the Panzer IV, swiftly sent packing there with 2 men left behind to die in the snow if they weren't already dead as they hit it. And there it goes, striking at the calf point. He's not quite eager to fully harass there, but at least he's willing to strike here and there and slow down Sage's resource income for even just a few brief moments. And he's splitting up his panzers there just a bit. 2 in the north, 1 in the south. There we go, taking damage. Down to half health already. No take aim though. Otherwise it probably made it harder for him to escape actually. So how will Sage respond to this push now? Anti-tank supported and captain supported push it with the rifleman with the single BAI. Scott is still not really utilising his resources there. Grenades off against the Grenadiers. Huge puff of snow and smoke. Rather than taking some manuals there from the Grenadiers.
We are losing a
Ultimately
sector.
not much. He's still got the anti-tank there coming. There you go. Take aim. Armor piercing rounds. Need to pull back the Panzer IV. Need to pull it back. Schnell almost got the Panzer IV knocked out. There you go. Pershing does the trick. Pershing does the trick. Panzer IV is a burning ball of fire on the snow. Can Sagesix bounce back from this like it did from the midpoint stage? Game stage. Or could this be it for him? Pershing rolling up here to deal with the Panzer IVs, but the little support there they have towards them. Using control of the south, they're being held now more stubbornly by Sheepeh and his infantry. They could do some machine gun support. Pioneers taking losses. Nine kills on the pack howitzer. Oh dear, straight reverse into the anti-tank gun. Still take aim, armor piercing rounds. There you go, Panzer IV down to less than half health already. Pershing fire. When he actually used 8-trap rounds just for that, he's definitely confident using that primary reason why he actually saved up so much munitions. There you go. Veterans defeat for the anti-tank gun, increasing its rate of fire even further, just making it even more lethal. Panzer IV being pushed back there. Pack 45 going down around the Pack 40. Got Rifle moving in for the south. Sage is all just losing ground. He's getting a mortar now, he's getting some artillery finally. Sheepeh is... I don't think he's been used much of his doctor besides the Pershing. Maybe I think I saw briefly there use combined arms, I might have been mistaken. But beyond that, there's been nothing else there. No sandbags, no mines, no smoke, no rangers. No nothing. They're going for the fuel point. This situation really turned against Sage now. He is losing momentum, he's losing initiative, and he's losing men and tanks. It's hardly good news there for him, to say the least. We got munitions cache up for Sheepeh, probably to feed more grenades, but also HVAP rounds and armor piercing rounds. Looks like he's actually got a weapon rag up now, getting BARs up. Good, good. That'll also explain why he's getting munitions caches to help feed that, which is a bit of an expensive habit. You see, I've still got the anti-tank anti-aircraft half-track, which is probably what's preventing him from actually getting more armour to support the Pershing, but he's handling it quite alright there. Sage's armour handling has been a bit off there, and that rather has allowed, Sheepeh to do well with only one Pershing and a cut anti-tank guns and bazookas. Planes, I think, holding by the air, half-track taking damage, shots being fired, rifle grenade off there. We got machine gun here covering the southern victory point, just intent on bleeding out Sage here. Panzer IV moving northwards, not fully repaired. He's just, I think, getting a bit desperate. Now he goes into the anti-tank and the Pershing. Almost lost one Panzer IV already. Edgar down. That veteran to the anti-tank and really is nice to come out with that Pershing. There go another 8-trap round with that. Sagesix gives up. His spirit is broken alongside his Panzers. GG, game over. Some nice fighting spirit there for Sage, but overall I think there were some issues. He was a bit slow then taking up, and I think really taking advantage of the fact he actually had control of the fuel. That combined with some nasty losses because of unfortunate tactical decisions, then combined with further unfortunate armour losses, he kept underestimating the anti-tank guns. Their firepower, I think, rather cost Sage the game. Had he been a bit faster to take advantage of the tanks, he could have able to do more damage. Initially, perhaps force Sheepeh's hand instead of allowing him to just wait for the Pershing. So that was a bit unfortunate. Sheepeh, on the other hand, could have done with the Doctrine, made better use of the one he's got there, but overall played nicely, make use of 8-trap rounds to make use of the anti-tank gun abilities, which is a bit rare, so overall thumbs up there. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gave you ideas for matches. If you did, want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send a new friend and some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers, thank you for watching, and hope to see you all another time. Bye.